you've already changed and you believe and you know that this is the best thing for the homeowner, and you're able to plant those seeds and it's a smooth process the whole way through, then cost shouldn't really be a concern, because the value that you've planted in their mind, it's so much more.
Hey, how's it going? It's Tim Brown, and this is the Hook Better Leads podcast. And today I'm with Noah Williams from the Home Doctor sales system, who helps contractors build their sales system to be more resilient and allows sales reps to be more effective at closing deals. Noah, how long have you been doing this for, man?
Dude, been doing Home Doctor sales system for the past year and a half, but been in roofing sales for the past 7. So it's been pretty wild, man.
We're going to dive deep on the problems that you help people solve.
Let's go.
You said, I've got to get 3 estimates.
Yeah.
Got to get 3 estimates and various other objections that we're going to get into in a second.
Let's go.
However, before we get into it, can you just give a minute of like what makes the Home Doctor sales system a little different than the other sales coaches on the market?
I think it'd be our holistic approach to the problems in the sales team. It's not just one single problem. It's not just the objection. It's not just your pitch. Your pitch ties into how you handle your objections and so on and so forth. We know that your mindset has a lot to do with how you approach and how you feel about the conversation. So we do a lot of work with guys to make sure that they're set in what they're doing and why they're doing it. We help owners and reps kind of get on the same page. And I think what we do is really go deep on the people, deep on the person. We want to understand the type of sales reps that the company has. We want to understand the type of manager, the type of owner they are, and kind of help them get on the same page. Most of the time, we were talking about it earlier, but miscommunication comes from people just not knowing how to talk to each other. They see something in somebody else, or they might have heard a certain tone of voice, or they might have have a manager giving them instructions and they don't want to follow it. So that's what we do best, is go in and figure out what are those little nuances, like what is this person saying that's not getting understood, and how can we help them get better? Just period, get better.
Automate your communication with Proline, the only communication-first CRM for roofers. Because when you fix your communication, you'll sell more jobs.
Had 200% growth, and I attribute that to Proline.
But just with one automation, I was able to get 25 Google reviews.
Proline's not going to win the beauty pageant, but it will save your Saturday.
Okay, we'll talk a little bit about that too, but I've got to get 3 estimates.
I got to get 3 estimates.
How do you frame the call differently to get over that objection? Let's start there.
You said frame the call, frame the appointment, correct?
Yeah, basically, like, I'm guessing, I don't know if it's like you respond directly to that, or what do you say to get ahead of that before it even comes up, I guess?
Correct. It's what you say before you get to it, right? It's not what they say now. And what we're doing is we're also multiple different things. So very beginning of the appointment, we are forming trust with the homeowner. We're looking for what we call bi-directional trust. I want to go 3 levels into a conversation with the homeowner. So 3 levels. I want to get the homeowner to tell me something. That's the first level. Tell me something about something, about something, about something that I didn't ask about. That's how we know bi-directional trust is starting to get formed. Now, bi-directional, your sales reps need to understand, is that are they lying? Are they being honest? That's where we start to get in with the discovery questions. Discovery questions are 3 word-for-word questions that let us understand and know what the homeowner is actually going to be objecting to at the end of the appointment. So we call them pain points. We're really looking for 3 major pain points. We're looking for trust pain point. We're looking for urgency, or looking for affordability or price. And based on those type of objections, we're able to further change the next step, which is exploring the property. And I have a very special process. I can't disclose it at this point. I'll tell you about it on the call off the recording. But what it does is it takes the homeowner basically through exactly what it's like to go through a project, and it's told in a very unique setting, and uh, it's really just strategically made to invest and switch the paradigms that a homeowner has. We do this through what we call our test cases. That's all I'm going to say there. Our test cases are strategically given to our homeowners while we're doing our inspection. That lets us know kind of where they're at. We're doing our inspection. We're knocking away our urgency. And then in our presentation, we have a formula called the PAT formula. The PAT formula, where we personalize the presentation, we address the pain point that we discovered here earlier, and then we transform it into something that we can control. We transform it into affordability, into budget, something that we can control. So really that all starts with getting that objection. So Tim, how long have you been thinking about replacing your roof, man?
Basically, ever since I moved into this house 4 years ago. It's ugly. We just are trying to figure out the right time to do it.
Got it. How soon are you looking to start a project like this?
I don't know. It could be as early as this spring, but it also could wait if we don't find like a great price, essentially. Just trying to figure out how many projects we can do in a year. Usually it's 1 or 2 on the house.
Gotcha. Would there be anything stopping you from starting the project today?
Yeah, basically just cost, if it's too much money.
Got it. Very cool. Aside from cost, would there be anything else? Assume the numbers all work out.
I don't think there would be a problem. No.
Perfect. Let's go outside. So we're going to take a walk around outside. We're going to explore the property. We're going to give them a test case about a customer that had cost concerns, that had issues with other contractors, that chose a cheap contractor. And it's a very pointed process. So here's a test case. Here's customers that have went through this, listen to their story. And then we are then changing the actual presentation. So repeat back what you said one more time. So you said that you were...
Yeah, I said that
multiple projects.
I would be open to doing it today if we could figure out cost and it wasn't too expensive, essentially.
Got it. So what you're doing now is you're trying to take what the homeowner and what the client has an idea of, and you're trying to shift their paradigm, right? Like, I don't know a lot about you, Tim, but I know that you're from Montana or Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. All right. You like fishing, dude. Is that what the hook is for, or is that just like a joke?
It's a little bit more related to marketing. So
more related to marketing. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
But that's like a big hook on the wall. It's a lot to go out and go fishing. Like, it's a lot. It could be a lot. How did you choose hook out of all the other different names out there?
Chose it because of you got to have a hook in marketing and availability of the domain, hookagency.com, and I was into music, so there's hook in music, And when I was growing up, Hook was one of my favorite movies. So there's a lot of things.
A lot of things. How long did it take you to come up with that decision and make that decision?
It took me probably less than a month, but it took me a few weeks, and I workshopped it with different people, talked to my wife. I had much worse options potentially.
Much worse. What was another one, dude? I want to know.
One was Get Foundation. Get Foundation.
I like it.
So I was like, Get Found plus it's construction. So
Asian.
Get
the Asian.
Yeah.
The shun.
It's bad. It's very bad.
I like it. Did somebody get that?
I hope not. I hope they were wise enough to never purchase that for sure.
Got it. But when you were thinking about the name, right? You had a lot of ideas of what you wanted this to look like, and you knew this is the vision. This is what we're going for. This is what we're doing. And Tim, this is unfortunately where the roofing industry is kind of scary, because there's a lot of people that just don't understand what it looks like to get their roofing project done. And they just think, man, I'm just going to get foundation, go. Foundation roofing, get foundation roofing, let's go.
Yeah.
they can afford them. It's a little bit cheaper. You know, everything that we've learned is make sure that you can afford it, make sure it's available, make sure that you've got these things, but nobody really gives you some of the other context that you don't know. And with roofing specifically, everybody looks like they do it the exact same. In fact, 96% of guys go out of business in 5 years. So if somebody starts, they're going to be out of business 5 years down the line. And there was a reason that Hook Agency chose to not choose to just be foundational, but they decided to cast the hook and sink, pulling that reel, catching that in. So what it really takes is your ability to just think differently about this. You know, like what I just did with you, Tim, getting a homeowner to plant seeds to where, oh, I get it. I get why you're different now. Man, I get it. Man, Tim, I get it why Tim has a different agency. You know, they're different than everybody. They're planning on being around. They're planning on doing right by their clients. They're planning on actually being here. They're not just planning on coming slapping a roof on. A homeowner needs to feel that. They need to believe that. They need to understand that. But in a context that they can relate with. That's what the PAT formula does. So that by the time you start to lay down the pricing, you've already asked the question for commitment to make sure that they're committed to working with you if the numbers do make sense. Fast price or payment, would there be any reason we couldn't get this project started today? Man, it really just comes down to what this is going to be. It's the cost.
And then, okay, getting it down to cost, that feels fairly consistent. I think that's a really good mode to be in. When you get it down to cost, though, some might say it's a pretty big speed bump at the end of the presentation to get them to sign on the dotted line, right?
It can be, but not really. It's the smoothness to it, right? If you've already changed and you believe and you know that this is the best thing for the homeowner and you're able to plant those seeds and it's a smooth process the whole way through, then cost shouldn't really be a concern because the value that you've planted in their mind, it's so much more. Like it's too much money. Well, you didn't do a good enough job selling and planting the value and what you bring to the table. You just didn't. And I don't care if you're a great sales rep and you sold $2 million a year, you didn't plant enough value. It's simply that. So where at in the presentation did we not plant the value? Did we not plant the value by not padding away the objections correctly? Did we not plant the value by giving the right test case? Did we not plant the value by forgetting to ask the discovery questions? Did we not plant the value by not taking the digital exam? Like, where did we miss the value? Stop. The cost is too much. Start analyzing where it went wrong. That's a simple thing. Stop thinking about how to change it. Start analyzing what you could have done different. Like,
that is something that sales reps will sometimes do, is like, maybe we're too expensive, like
you're too much.
Sometimes
I gotta change your product.
Can start to listen to them too. They're like, well, maybe we are too much.
Does your company want to build your brand and get more jobs in the neighborhoods you're currently working in?
The Brick by Brick playbook allows you to establish your brand, your reputation, and gain trust in any neighborhood in your service area with a series of 4 postcards sent once a week to the neighbors of your current jobs. If you want to get more work in the neighborhoods you're currently working in, get with the team at Dope Marketing and get your Brick by Brick playbook set up today.
The company has to operate at the level that they need to operate. That's a whole other issue that is a whole other, hour-long podcast, right? Where do you need to be and where do you need to operate? Well, I don't know. Like, you said it earlier in the very beginning of the call, 5%, 7% marketing. Like, that's a number that's there. Guys don't even know that, like, you should be thinking about the percentage of revenue to allocate it to every single expense. That's just not there. They're focused on trying to get guys to go knock more doors and bring them more revenue instead of trying to figure out how to run the business and set it up to where it's going to attract the right type of people to them. And then when you attract the right type of people to them, those type of people believe in something different. And when they believe and they want to keep grinding and and like with me, my team lost belief in me because I was focused on other things. I was trying to grow Home Doctor while I was trying to build all-side roofing and restoration. Like, And I recognize that. Like people have to know that belief is the biggest thing. And that's where a coach comes in. That's where the syndicate, like all the coaches, what we're doing, it's really all about that. I'm sure you've experienced.
What is this? Can
The
you tell me
syndicate.
what you got? Syndicate? What is this?
The syndicate is a mastermind group. So we've got specialized coaches that each have very specific niches in what they do. Now, all these coaches are coaches that if you hire them out, they're going to be, charging $10,000-$15,000 a month for their respective packages. What we're all doing is coming together as a unit to help change the mindset of all these roofing companies in a specialized program, right? Let's say you have a roofing company that comes to you and they have an issue with lead gen. Well, great. I'm going to be able to get you leads coming in, but if you don't have somebody to answer the phones, then that's a problem, right? Well, that's somebody that's very specific at processes and making sure that that's getting handled. Well, once I get you enough leads, you need to make sure that you have the sales reps to run them. Well, that's where Home Doctor comes in. Home Doctor is going to be able to help recruit and train the sales reps that can take the leads that Hook is giving them or another company is giving them. And that's taking everybody's best specialty and bringing us all together.
That's awesome, man. Appreciate you going through that. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about the relationship with the homeowner, because it feels like the
Very big.
paradigm shift. You're kind of like it's like challenging them a little bit, but getting them to think different. Other ways to make that more successful. Like, give me a few other ways that people can
narrow down your options. Stop using multiple different shingles. Like, don't go out and give a homeowner an option to use 3 different shingles. Give them the shingle that you know best. Give them the underlayment that you know best, and give them a reason why. That's one of the reasons why you're not able to sell at a higher margin, is because you're going out and giving options, and it's not something that you believe strong enough in to say this is what you should do.
Gotcha.
So that's the first thing. Second thing is get a presentation to visually walk the homeowner through the history and heritage of the company and what the installation is going to look like. They need to be able to see what that looks like. If they don't know what it looks like, there's always going to be complaints. That's the easiest way that you can set it up to where you have 0 complaints. No problems. No people pissed off. The install.
Okay.
Yep.
That's good. Okay. So, like, if I had, like, how many slides should this deck be?
So the history and heritage presentation that we designed is a 15 slide deck. The very last slide is a slide that walks the homeowner through exactly what the roof installation looks like.
Okay. Cool. And then, like, within I'm asking for secret sauce here. Just show us the sauce, Noah. No, give me a few of the slides that are on the history and heritage of the companies, just so people can kind of like go in this direction, even if they didn't work with you.
Very cool. I'd say the 3 are the ways that we're teaching a company to frame their story. They're 3 differences. So we have the base slide. We call it the 3 C's: communication, clarity, craftsmanship. We can guarantee every single time those 3 things are going to happen, no matter what.
Yeah.
That was the all side way. So what we're doing is we're teaching these companies to get a bigger brand, get a bigger purpose, like get something that stands out to you, and be able to get your homeowner to understand how that ties in. Well, what does that mean? That means these 3 things. It means we're going to communicate.
Were you in the insurance market or no? Like a lot of storms or no?
We did a little bit of storms. Yeah, we did. Like,
I just want to note, like, from my point of view, like my difference, like, and I think anyone could use this, would be around whether or not your roof is paid for by insurance. We believe you spent that money. So if you spend it on premiums, or whether you're buying it retail or getting financing, you spent that money.
Yeah.
And you deserve to have customer service no matter what.
Every single time. Every single time. And if you're not the company that's going to do it for them, and you're not the company that's going to go out and do the best that you can do, and think hard enough about how to get a homeowner to think different. If you can't do that and you're not willing to do that, then it might not be for you, for one. Now, not to say there's companies out there that are overcharging, that are, not doing things the right way, that are just, telling guys to go close. If, you have a company like that, reps, get away from them. But if they're just if it's a hired contractor and they're paying you on time and you have, gas to get out to where you need to get to, and you're making good money and the customers are getting taken care of at the end of the day, like, that's the best thing you could do.
So
That's
we
what-
got the slide of clarity, communication, craftsmanship, or the company way, or whatever. A few more slides that you'd recommend, like if you had to get 2 more in there, what else would they have?
The 2 more would be the insurance expectation slide, visually explaining to them exactly what happens in the insurance process when you do take that on. That's a very, very big one.
That's a huge, yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Next one that I would say is your insurance slide, letting the homeowner actually see your certificate of insurance and helping them understand the differences in the different policies and how much more expensive it can be with specific price conditioning on that topic.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right. And I think I'm taking notes because this is super smart. And I think a lot of people don't even have any slides at all.
Yeah, none. Don't have any. Yeah.
And what do we like? Okay, so I mean, I know closers that have closed a couple $1 million a year. Like, well, how does this work? How do they not have slides? I mean, like, I'm just used to a sales process that they have. Like everyone, we have slides.
It's because it's not selling. You're not selling. First of all, insurance sales is not selling. Insurance sales is hustling and being able to stay focused. That's it. Like, focus. Like, you do not have to go change a homeowner's mind very much to get them to go with you if you're just an honest contractor and you've got good reviews and you're gonna, do the roof for their deductible. Like, if you're the first guy to talk to them, you probably got the deal. You're not selling anything. What's selling something is changing the mindset and getting them to pay for upgrades before the other guy does, so that the other guy doesn't come in and close the deal before you. That would be a sales rep, in my opinion. Like, but I think guys are just hustling. Like, they don't really understand the suave of the sales process.
Mm-hmm.
Stay focused on energy. Like, focus on the things you got to focus on. Energy and conversations. That's it. Like,
It's interesting. I was just talking to a business owner today to get off the sales topic for a second. I was talking to a business owner who's frustrated. They're 1/3 our size, but they're in the same business as us. And I'm sure, I took an hour to try to help. Because, like, if anyone thinks I have anything to help, I'm like, oh, that's nice. That's nice that you think I know something. I love that.
let's go.
Yeah, so I try to help for a little bit. But he was angry. Like, I could feel his anger. And he's angry because people are annoying. And I agree with him. People are annoying, right? But I'm like, brother, you are the chief energy officer in your business. Like, and if you're off, everyone is off. Like, you think that it doesn't, like, you think you can just get by with that and they're going to do the same great work. They're not. People get thrown off by your energy, and thus their productivity will go down. And if you're undermining them, it goes way down. So energy is key for everything, not just sales calls. It's crazy. Business owners need to recognize this too. If your energy is great, productivity, and there's tons of things that go up that are beautiful and amazing. If you can just, I think it's getting out of your own way. And I know it's like kind of almost a
100%.
cliche, but there's a lot of people that don't understand that they, like, it's literally like, I told this guy that my prescription for him was get some more account managers and essentially, what do you say? It's like buy
This
back
is
your time.
yeah.
Basically buy back your time. And then I said, go take a day off. Like, I swear to God, like, you think you're being so hyper productive.
Here's the
Go take a
problem.
day off
Here's
and do fun stuff.
here's the problem that I think it really is in the roofing industry, and this is where all my coaches, I think we've really figured out the real problem, right? The fact isn't the fact that they need to get out of their own way. It's that there's something that they just don't understand, that they don't know how to articulate what it is that they don't understand, and they don't feel smart enough. They it almost makes them feel not smart enough by coming in and saying, "I don't understand that, man. I don't get that. How do I go find somebody else? How, hey Tim, how do I find an account exec, man?" He doesn't want to go say that or know how to say that because he doesn't. Where do I find him? How do I train him? What do I do next? His mind, as soon as he starts thinking, then he shuts down. Then he can't process. Then the whole rest of his day, he's not able to keep going. That's where our coaches come in. That's what we do is we figure out, dude, here's the exact thing that this is. So the marketing companies, the coaches, the vendors, the CRM companies, all these companies that are telling them what I said to do this, they need to just get out of their way. Well, like, how is it exactly being said to where they can actually fully understand it and go take it and go? And then how can we give them the context to start thinking in a group with guys to be, and really guys, girls, women, whatever, that are willing and able to be vulnerable to help each other progress.
If you truly believe in what you're doing and you want to be the best version of yourself and you want to build a great organization, there's no other place to do that besides the Roofing Academy.
That's great, man. What is that the right fit for? Like, what size companies are primarily in there, and how do they get started with that?
So the easiest way for them to get started is probably just to DM me on Facebook at the moment. We're still working on, all the little landing pages and getting all the funnel set up.
Yeah.
But
Noah Williams, for those just listening, Noah Williams.
yeah,
And
username's
Home
Noah.
Doctor Sales.
Yeah, username is Noah Will 99. So
And you're willing to share any of the details, like price
yeah,
points or anything?
so
What
it
would be useful to our audience to, like, maybe just learn a little bit more before we wrap up?
yeah, so there's 3 different levels, 3 different access points to all the different coaches. But easiest way to sum it up is bottom tier is $1,000 a month, middle tier is $3,000, the top tier is $5,000. These are all yearly programs. The top tier is actually us coming on site and giving you time with each of those 5 coaches. I can't give you specific all those just yet, but we are getting ready to launch that, like I said. So it's $1,000, $3,000, and $5,000 a month. We have different revenue guarantees that we have along with that. The goal here is to get guys to just grow, right? Without somebody just saying, do this one thing. And then when we say do this one thing, giving the context on how to do it.
Yeah, and I think, like, being part of a mastermind is incredibly important. Getting the accountability from like other people, so I'm always part of something like this, and I think people should absolutely do it if you're not. What do you feel about, like, sorry to get out of the call to action here, but what do you think about people that, like, are always getting new information, always getting advice, but not doing anything with it? And is it ever appropriate for somebody that's not taking any action based on a group to, like,
Yeah.
Just go do the thing, man. Go do the thing. We already told you 10 times. Do you ever feel that?
Here's what I would say is he just needs to be real with that he doesn't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing is, like, if he doesn't want to do it, he doesn't want to do it. And people need to realize, do I just not want to do it? Or do I just want to do something different? Like, it's very, very sad. I've had a lot of times, recently where it's like, man, I gotta, dial in my services. I keep hearing that a lot. Like, lock in, Noah, just sell this one thing. Just sell this one thing. Just do this one thing. And it's like, dude, but what I have, my vision and what I'm doing is it's so much bigger. It's so much bigger of an impact that I can't just do one thing in order to make that happen. Like, it needs to have the different legs in order to truly change some of the things the way that I know it needs to get changed. And, I know that if I had my business if this was around when I had my business, I know there was a lot of things that I would have learned. There might have been things that I could have learned that would have helped me with my sales team, that would have helped me with my people. And, I'm not going to claim to go be a crazy big roofing business owner, but I do know sales really well, and I understand how to change the conversations, and I just so happen to know the processes and, sell it. So I think finding people that have a specialty in growing a roofing business, and finding people that have a specialty in developing a team, somebody that has a specialty in this aspect, that's really what we're trying to do.
I love it, man. Going hard. Like, I feel like you're coming in hot on like promoting yourself and getting out there, and I like that. I appreciate what you're doing, and I wish you the best. I think more and more we need healthy accountability and resources around that in groups. Like, I'm really a big advocate for masterminds, and so I'm grateful that you're building another solid one. Appreciate being on the show. Check him out, Noah Williams, the Home Doctor Sales System. And what's the mastermind going to be called again?
The mastermind is called the Syndicate. The Syndicate, the only mastermind you'll ever need.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I appreciate you being on, brother. Thank you, everyone, for watching. The podcast is put on by hookagency.com. Hook Agency all over social media. And you know what? Let's read a review for the end of this one. I'm starting to do that more. Read reviews at the end of these things. Kristen Sullivan says Hook Agency has been an incredible partner for our digital marketing growth. This is in this past week. She says their team is sharp, responsive, and truly understands how to drive high-quality leads through SEO and paid search. Since working with them, we've seen stronger visibility online, improved keyword rankings, and a clear strategy that actually moves the needle. They communicate proactively. I like that word, proactive. Proactive. That means a partner, proactive partner. Provide transparent reporting. Transparent. God, I love when I see like our things that we say about ourselves mirrored back in the review. Provide transparent reporting and genuinely care about helping businesses grow. Highly recommend for any company wanting real, measurable digital marketing results. Thank you, Kristen Sullivan. Thank you to all of our customers out there. We're so incredibly grateful to you. We wouldn't be here without you, and we're going to continue to level up. All right, see you, everyone. Bye.
Let's go. See you, Tim.
They're so thorough with every detail of the website. Working with Hook, the design is probably 50x better than any other design I've ever had. Their team is super communicative, and I mean this genuinely. I'm happy to pay you guys to work with us. It's been a tremendous experience.